Great. I feel like I'm just a magician up here with a magic wand.
Game between the 1-3 Morrow Mustangs and the 0-4 Rockdale Bulldogs. There's the Rockdale Bulldogs.
Fourth, they still haven't found that exact gel that they can mix up yet to make some warm up. We were told in the coaches show, you were told that
he was just having some accuracy problems last week.
and then we saw Minifield warming up. He'd been out with a concussion for a couple of weeks. He's back into the swing things right now. That are keeping them out of the game, that they're recognizing the fact that these kids do have these problems. We don't want to that, you know, are on the Rockdale sidelines at all times, and so they're here. They're in for, you know, with the unfortunate deaths that players have had in the heat, they've really come down on a lot of
stuff. About another safety thing that you know, and it's not that it gets cumbersome by any means, but it's one of those things
where nowadays, there are kids that are 6'3", 230 that are running backs. I was an offensive lineman. I think if you took helmets off the football players and told them they had to play without their helmets, you would have less.
and it's not a false sense of security by any means, but it's that sense of security that I can do whatever I want to do with something. Some of them, it is now most of them, whereas it used to be you could walk down the halls and go, well, that guy's a football player.
Now, and you know, and Rockdale being a suburb of Atlanta, you know, we're not
Way here in just a moment, we're going to stop and pay some bills. Thank some of our wonderful sponsors here on the GHSA.TV network. For nearly 30 years, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro has been serving Conyers and Rockdale County the best pizza, gyros, Greek salads, and more. Using only the freshest ingredients, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro has created a list of loyal customers a mile long. Located on Highway 138 in Conyers next to Radio Shack, Atlanta Pizza and Gyro invites you to come in and try them just once, and they promise that you'll be back. Stop in today for a fresh pizza piled high with toppings or a gyro that you will never forget. Monday night is trivia night for prizes. In a hurry? Call in and order at 770-483-6228. Again, that's 770-483-6228 for Atlanta Pizza and Gyro.
Just ate about a 2,000 calorie dinner.
Well, you know, that's pretty healthy for you. I've seen you eat a lot more than that at one time. I recommend it to anybody. They work in the school system. It's a great thing.
So yeah, make sure you stop by and see Mike and those guys over there. They will certainly take care of you. That it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month starting in October, and they're kicking it off a couple of days early here at Reid Stadium.
Well, you know, we like to get things done early around here in Rockdale County, so we want to make sure that people are aware of the fact that it is Breast Cancer Awareness. Also, it's bully awareness, so, you know, Monday is Blue Shirt Day, and you need to wear a blue shirt to represent yourself against the bullies out there, and that's a big thing, and with the cyberbullying going on and all. And, you know, it looks like Rockdale's coming out in numbers tonight.
Absolutely. The captains are getting ready to come on the field, and the entire team is walking just behind the captains, about 2 yards off of them. So that's quite the scene.
A little different than usual for Rockdale, but maybe they're just trying to stir things up, shake things up, get a little commotion going, a little emotions going. And the captains for Rockdale, you got number 55 there. And the roster says that's Breon Adkins, and I know for a fact that's not Breon. I'm not really sure who number 55 is, but I know it's not Breon.
I think that's Julian McKnight, if my eyes serve me correctly.
Okay. Number 68, Anthony Banks. You got number 43, Kyle Bahia.
Kyle Bahia.
Bahia. And number 10, Ronzel Teague.
And for Morrow, you got number 22. That is Lawrence Jones. As soon as I can, I'll get you the rest of them as soon as I can see them. They're doing the toss now.
And yes, Rockdale is showing a force in numbers there as they lock hands and walk out to the hash marks. You know, this is part of the new coaching staff, bringing in new tradition, new rituals, if you will. So, you know, this is something that they're trying that's a little different this year. And it's the first time they've shown it.
Again, Rockdale under the guidance of Coach Vincent Elders, his first year here. Came from Peachtree Ridge. I did the first coaches show with Coach Elder last night. We had a good time just sitting back talking football. You know, learned some interesting stuff about him. He comes from a long line of schools. I was shocked when he kept saying how many schools he had coached at and how long. He spent time at Southwest DeKalb, Tucker, and you know, obviously Peachtree Ridge, and now Rockdale. And,
you know, one of the surprising things that you told me was that he played underneath one of my favorite coaches. I am a coach, and I am a coaching fanatic. I've read autobiographies, biographies of a lot of coaches, and the man himself, Paul Bear Bryan.
Absolutely. Coach played there in 82. That was Bryant's last year. Coach played at 82 and 83. And I got some conflicting reports. I have to admit, the internet kind of gave some conflicting reports. Some said he was a running back, and some said he was an end. So, you know, it could go either way. There's nothing to be said about that other than I got conflicting reports.
I'm not going to comment on that because he looks like an end to me right now. I'll just say that.
He does look like an end. Coach Elder is not unlike your play-by-play crew for tonight. He's a large fella.
Yes, yes, he is.
So we're just about to get underway. We're a minute and a half away, about 90 seconds away from kickoff.
And Rockdale's going to receive that kickoff, by the way.
And just some other scores from around the region. Last night, Newton lost to Hughes 10-0. So Langston Hughes winning 2 games in the last 2 weeks. So we're getting set to get underway here at Reid Stadium.
Now that kind of puts Langston Hughes in the driver's seat in this region, does it not?
It does. It absolutely does. I don't have the standings in front of me, but I will have them soon.
Well, you know, we talked about it in pregame before we got on air that Rockdale wins tonight. Rockdale wins against Newton. Rockdale wins against Luella. Rockdale can be in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
After struggling at the beginning. So these last 3 or 4 games are going to mean a lot to Rockdale, or the next 3 or 4 games coming up. Rockdale
certainly stands a great chance tonight, taking on the Morrow Mustangs, and then in 2 weeks, or next week, we go to Lovejoy.
You go to Lovejoy.
I go to Lovejoy. Sorry, I'm not saying that one's out of hand, but it's not. Rockdale certainly is not favored at this point.
Well, you're playing the defending State 5 champions, if I'm not mistaken, from last year. So you're looking at somebody that's. I'm going to be blunt. They're in a different league right now than Rockdale is, unfortunately.
And then Luella comes here 2 weeks later, and Luella's another certainly winnable game. And then season, and they're certainly beatable. And Rockdale, could definitely do that, and it definitely does. The outlook on the season from a couple of weeks ago.
The old coaching philosophy of you go down and you play some of those good, hard games out of the way might backfire on Newton if their kids get their heads.
0-4 right now. They've Valdosta last week and took a tough loss down there. And the worst part about that is it has to be the drive home.
Oh, yeah. I remember playing Valdosta and Warner Robins, and just a 2.5-hour drive back from there was awful after we got shellacked by them.
So we're just about to get underway here at Reid Stadium. The Bulldogs will receive the kick. The kick is away. Takes a bounce at the 15. Picked up. Brought down at the 10-yard line. Looks like that was Shaquem Saunders, the junior. So just underway here at Reid Stadium. The Bulldogs will have the possession here in just a moment.
Nice little kickoff there. And the good thing is we do have regular officials, unlike the NFL who just got theirs back last night. We've had them all season long, and these guys have done a great job for us. But I think they might have missed something on that kickoff. I have a spotter over here that called and said that it looked like Morrow might have had 12 on the field, but it's a little too late to dial that up right now.
So Zuri Benefield back under center for the first time in a couple of weeks. Got a concussion about 3 weeks ago. Now he's under center for the first time tonight. Takes a snap. Handoff ball goes to the left. There's a flag on the play.
And I'm excited to see Zuri back there in the backfield again. It's a good thing to see that freshman. Referees are conferring right there. A lot of times that's either a face mask or a holding call is my prediction. I know those are two varied things, but there's definitely something going on there. Oh, motion.
Snuck one past you there.
Yeah. Kind of late flag there to be a motion call, but that's what they've called on Rockdale. They'll back him up a little bit. I kind of like this corn cob that you gave me as a microphone tonight. I can hold it in any manner or fashion, and I can still talk.
You can talk however you want to tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So it's 1st and 15 for the Bulldogs. They're at their own 10-yard line. And there's a timeout by the Bulldogs. So we'll be back in just a moment. Tie ball game here in the first quarter just underway at Reid Stadium here on the GHSA.TV network.
The 3rd annual Cruising for Careers Car Show and Fall Festival is just around the corner. October 27th at Rockdale Career Academy on Parker Road in Conyers. This year's show features classic cars, trucks, and motorcycles competing in every class for Best in Show as well as People's Choice. There's something for the whole family, including
Welcome back to Reid Stadium. Just underway, 11:30 left here in the first. Bulldogs a shaky start, 1st and 15 at their 10 after that timeout.
Had a little confusion there with some personnel coming in the game.
Out of the shotgun, Minifield with his heels on the end zone gets a pass down. And that's good for a first down.
That is a first down, yes, sir. We're still working on that first down sponsorship, unlike Heritage has got. I know that. I'm just going to call it an old school car club first down because, you know, there is going to be a car show at RCA. The commercial just showed that, but just thought I'd plug that a little bit extra.
Apparently he stepped out of bounds, so all that for nothing. It is a second down, 2nd and 4.
Goodness gracious.
We're off to a great start tonight. Minifield out of the shotgun. Got a pair of wideouts on either side, one in the backfield with him. Puts it back in motion. Minifield steps up in the pocket, runs forward for about 2 yards. So that'll make it 3rd and 2.
And there they go with the mass substitutions again. Number 44 and 43 are coming in.
Also brought Brandon Harris in, the big tight end.
Now, I was watching 44. That's Contavious Preston. He's also handled some of their kicking duties. He's another one of those big guys, very similar to DJ. Going to get back there and hopefully do a little blocking for him.
So Minifield under the center. We've got a wide out to each side. Takes a snap. Handoff goes to the right. Meets some traffic, battles forward. It's going to be close to a first down for the Bulldogs. And that is a Bulldog first down. So they convert the 3rd down on the little run to the right. 10:22 left here in the first.
Coach is calling the freshman quarterback over there to the sidelines, giving him some directions. He runs back out there with the play in hand.
Again, tonight's game's a battle of 2 first-year coaches at each school.
And they're both from Alabama originally, is that correct?
That is correct. I think they both played at Alabama, too.
And we have a flag on the play. Too much time. So delay a game there against Rockdale called.
So that'll back the Bulldogs up 5 yards. They'll keep it 1st and 15.
So far, again, Rockdale has been their own worst enemy, and these are mental mistakes, no more than the physical mistakes that you'd like to see a team make if they're going to make mistakes.
Minifield under center. And Morrow jumps offside. So another flag on the play.
So they get their 5 yards back.
So it is the 3rd first down of this play series. So it's 1st and 10 from the Bulldog 25-yard line. Minifield under center with 2 in the backfield. Wide on either side. Run goes off to the left. Good for about 2.
Brought down by a herd of Mustangs there. We got a little extracurricular pushing again.
You know, I asked Coach Elder the other night on the coaches show whether he liked to go, whether it was better for him to go against a seasoned coach with tons and tons of experience and that, or a first-year coach. And he said, obviously, I want the seasoned coach because they have tendencies, and I want to pick those apart. So tonight we'll see how he does in trying to find the tendencies of the Morrow coach.
Well, that's interesting that he would think that way. I mean, sometimes I think right now, if I was him, I'd be wanting to get the victory underneath my belt any way I can. And
Minifield takes a snap out of the shotgun, rolls out to his right, throws, and touched up, but not caught. So it'll be 3rd and 8.
The ball was thrown in the direction of number 23, Terrell McLaughlin of the Bulldogs. Went through his hands and went through another receiver's hands back there.
So it's 3rd and 8. 8:44 left here in the first. Starting to feel like football weather. A little bit of chill in the air. Feels great.
They're talking about rain coming in. It did sprinkle a little bit earlier today. I don't know if it was over here, but it was when we were at our coaches' meeting at the middle school. It was sprinkling a little bit.
Hey, there's a snap. Minifield tosses out into the flats. It's picked up out to the 30. Gets out to the 35 where he's knocked out of bounds. That was Hardiman.
Yeah, nice little run by Hardiman, and we've got a flag on that one.
Play. So a little late contact there on that. Will probably assist with another first down. He got the first down on the catch and carry.
You know, Willie Hardiman looks like to be a very versatile athlete. He was quarterback last week. Now he's back there in the backfield. He's catching the ball, running the ball.
So that moves him 15 yards. That gets him out to the 50-yard line. So the Bulldogs are actually moving the ball pretty well tonight. A couple of runs, a couple of passes, very balanced attack so far. A couple of penalties haven't hurt much either. 8:34 left here in the first. Minifield out of shotgun, got Hardiman in the backfield with him. 2 wide outs on either side. There's the snap. He's got time. Steps up in the pocket, got a couple of blockers as he runs forward, falls down, takes a knee at about the 46-yard line.
We need to get the baseball coach to teach that kid how to slide. He's going to get another concussion going in there head first. He needs to go in there and slide so they won't hit him.
So that's a gain of 4. It's 2nd and 6.
Maybe Willie can teach him how to slide. Willie's a baseball player, isn't he?
Preston runs the play in from the sidelines this time. Minifield under center with 2 in the backfield with him. And there's some motion.
It's going to be an interesting call. Let's see who they call that one on.
Yeah, it's Rockdale.
Hardman got a little excited back there.
So that makes it 2nd and 11.
Number 1, Devontae Walters checks in for Rockdale, tall, lanky wide receiver. #23 McLaughlin goes into motion.
There's the snap. Minifield pressured. Gets the ball off. Ball is caught and brought down at the 41-yard line. So that'll make it 3rd and 1 for the Bulldogs.
And that was McLaughlin on that reception.
Bulldogs have actually had a pretty strong drive, a good balance. Preston bringing the play into Minifield.
You know, looking at the statistics on both these teams, neither one of them put up a lot of points so far this year, and they've had them. So it's going to be interesting to see what the offenses can do out here. You know, Morrow hasn't touched the ball yet offensively, so if Rockdale can keep their offense on the field, keep Morrow's defense on there.
Absolutely. There's a handoff to Preston, who battles forward for a first down. So it's 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs, driving deeper into Mustang territory. They're at the Mustang 35-yard line. Hardiman back in the game. Preston coming out. Minifield out of shotgun. Got Hardiman to his right. Pair of wide outs on either side. Sends a man in motion. Takes a snap. Drops back. Throws to his left. And it's caught at the 21-yard line. Great catch.
Number 23, McLaughlin again. That was a very nice catch by that young man.
They loaded up the left-hand side, and he threaded the needle, got it in there. So that's another Bulldog first down.
So young Zuri there, he's driving this team down the field underneath his leadership. It's good to see him back out there again. I was a little concerned at first that, you know, he might not be coming back anytime soon. They might have lost a little faith and trust in him, but he's back under center now, gets the ball, hands it off to Preston again.
Wow. He took four Mustangs with him, and they went for a ride.
That was nice running right there.
So that'll make it 2nd and 3 on that 7-yard gain. Contavious Preston went forward with a full head of steam and took a couple Mustangs for a ride.
You know, Rockdale's been trying to run a little bit of power football, and it looks like they might have found that right there with Preston against this team.
So again, Minifield with Preston in the backfield, a pair of wideouts on either side. Takes a snap. Down to the flats, overthrown.
He needs to get that ball because it's behind the line.
And it's fallen on by the receiver. So that'll make it 3rd and 12 or 3rd and 13 after that.
Yeah, that's one of those dangerous passes. If it doesn't go forward, it's behind it. So that's actually a fumble right there.
Yep.
So, he needed to get on the ball quicker than he did. Luckily, they did recover it. So
no score at 4:41 left here in the first at Reid Stadium. Bulldogs spreading out the offense to the left. Got Minifield in the backfield with Hardiman. Takes a snap.
We'll do that little swing
Looks to
pass
Hardiman.
again.
Hardiman, spin move, gets free. Gets forward to about the 25-yard line where he's met by a couple of Mustangs, and he's brought down at the 22-yard line. So that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we were watching them warm up. We were watching the kickers and the field goal kickers and the extra point guys warm up, and I'd go for it right now after watching the warm-ups. I don't think I'd put my kicker in there yet. It does look like that's what they're doing. It's 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
And they've got confidence right now on this. It's been a long drive. Been good long plays. So Minifield out of shotgun. Takes a snap.
He's got a man
Got a
open
man
right
to
there
the
in the
right,
middle.
over the middle. Brought down. It's going to be close for a 1st down.
It's going to depend on where that spot is. It looks like he might have it. They're going to have to measure. Are they? Yeah, they're calling an official's timeout.
So they'll bring out the chains to measure.
One of the interesting things that you were telling me that you were talking with Coach Elders during the coaches show was that he's finally getting a lot of the players in the positions that he wants to get them in.
Absolutely. There have been several changes throughout, and we've talked about it as we've called mystery players because the jersey number changes or what have you. That was short of a 1st down by about 3 chain links. So it'll be Morrow Mustang ball. They'll have it at their 11-yard line, 12-yard line. But yeah, he's starting to put his players where they need to be. And I consider that drive, though it didn't score, a successful drive. They moved the ball. They got their confidence. They ended up 5 chain links short of that 1st down, but they went for it on 4th and long and came close to converting.
Definitely a success. You look at the yardage that they gained on that. It was about, 70, 80 yards right there. Yep. They marched the ball down the field. They controlled the tempo. They've eaten up all but 3 minutes of the clock in the first quarter. So it was a success, even though they did not put points on the board.
So let's see what the defense will do. Big Julian McKnight wearing the 55 jersey tonight.
The defense, in my opinion, the defense has been strong all year. I know they've had a lot of points scored against them, but when the defense has been on the field as long as these guys have, it makes it tough.
Absolutely. So there's a toss off to the left. So far, first play out, the defense's first tackle is for a loss.
Loss of about 3 on that play. They send the dog packets after them, and they just came and bit them on the tail.
So I'll make it 2nd and 13 at the 10-yard line.
The defense is one thing that a lot of times it's a lot easier to coach a defense. All you got to do is get the guys in there and tell them to hit somebody. I know at high school level, college level, pro level, it gets a little bit more complicated on each step you take up. But it's a simple game. You find the guy with the ball and you hit him.
Exactly. So quarterback's under center, takes a couple steps back. Looks like a busted play. Once again, brought down in the backfield by the Bulldogs inside the 5-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and a mile. So the Bulldog defense so far up to the task. We'll call it 3rd and 18. On their own 4.5-yard line. .212 left here in the first. The Bulldogs ate all but 3:30 of the first quarter up on the offensive side of the ball.
There were quite a few penalties in that first drive, on both sides there, but Bulldogs did overcome those penalties to drive the ball deep, and now they've got Morrow back deep right now. Oh, the ball's loose
on the end zone. Touched up. That's a safety. That's 2 points for the Bulldogs.
And I could be mistaken here, but I believe that's the first time that the Bulldogs have scored in the first quarter yet this year.
I believe so.
So that's a positive sign. The offense did the job, drove them back, gave the defense an opportunity to score for them. Hey, points are points. I don't care who puts them up on the board. Right now, those 2-0 Rockdale with 1 minute and 45 seconds left in the first quarter. So a good job there by the Bulldog defense as they drove them back, held them back. I don't think the quarterback was ready for that snap at that time. It looked like Morrow was a little confused and wasn't ready for it. The center just snapped the ball, rolled past the quarterback, but Rockdale was able to get on it and get the safety.
Absolutely. It looked like no one was expecting the snap there.
You got number 5 back deep there, Shaquem Peters.
So a free kick by the Mustangs coming up from their own 20-yard line. Two to nothing with 1:45 left in the first quarter. Bulldogs up over the Morrow Mustangs. Good low line drive kick. It takes a Mustang bounce and is picked up on the first bounce. And he gets through the 5. That's Peters. He's at the 50. He's got a couple blocks. He's still rolling. He's at the 49-yard line. Great return on there. He stayed on his feet a long time.
Good effort by Mr. Peters there to get that ball up there on around the 50-yard line where Rockdale will take it over 1st and 10.
So 2-0 with 1:34 left. Minifield starts his second drive of the night.
They're breaking the huddle, coming to the line of scrimmage. You know, we talked about that fact that Tyler Seabolt was injured, their starting center from last week. They've got a new center in there. He seems to be doing a good job. He's got the shotgun snap down pretty good. As soon as I say that, he shoots it low, but that's okay.
Minifield going deep and overthrows his man.
And again, I like where he threw the ball. He threw it where either his man was going to catch it or nobody was going to catch it.
And McLaughlin looks like he's got about 4 inches on that corner there.
McLaughlin looks like he got about 4 inches on everybody out there in my book. That's a big old tall drink of water.
So it's 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs, taking over at the Morrow Mustang 50-yard line. So Minifield in the backfield, a shotgun, got Hardeman to his left. Timeout on the field. Timeout by Morrow. So we'll be back in just a moment here on the GHSA.TV network.
I think 8's Tajay.
Small town feel with big time flavor. The Oaks Family Diner on Flat Shoals Road has the home cooked meals that you're looking for. Breakfast served all day, including homemade biscuits and an unmatched selection of omelets. Open from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., the Oaks Family Diner is a crowd pleaser with their daily lunch specials and Cakes by Mary. There's something for everyone. So stop by tomorrow at 1040 Flat Shoals Road in Conyers and see what the buzz is all about at the Oaks Family Diner. Small town feel with big time flavor. The Oaks Family Diner on Flat Shoals Road has the home.
Welcome back to Reid Stadium. Bulldogs at the 50-yard line, 2nd and 10. Minifield takes a snap, comes forward, runs out to his right, and gets pulled down behind the line of scrimmage. That's a loss of about 6.
And this is part of the problem that we had talked about, where he's still trying to get players to play the right position. He's got a lot of guys, we talked about it, that were fullbacks at one time that might be playing on the offensive line right now. they've got to get used to that position. They've got to get used to where they're comfortable playing it. And sometimes you play a position that you don't like, but it's the best thing for the team. You got to do it for the team.
Exactly. Minifield takes a snap out of the shotgun, gets ball thrown over the middle and dropped. It was Quint Gowan on the drop. So that'll make it 4th down and 16 for the Bulldogs.
And in comes the punt team. You know, being an offensive lineman all my life, being an offensive line coach, we know that the game begins and ends in the offensive line if you win or you lose by them. And that's one of the things that Rockdale has really been working on hard, trying to get the fundamentals down, trying to get some guys that can block. With Tyler Seabold out with his injury right now, he's the center of the line. He's a senior, if I'm not mistaken, and that hurts him somewhat. But they're able to regroup right now. They've done pretty good. This drive wasn't the greatest in the world. Got the punt off. Hopefully he's going to take a Rockdale roll. Picked up there by Morrow Mustangs.
Still
number
on his
7.
feet. And he's brought down at the 37-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Morrow Mustangs. They take over at their own 37. Rockdale held up to a quick 3-and-out last drive.
Let's see if Rockdale's defense can hold them again. You know, it was 3-and-out with the safety last time, so it'd be nice to see a little bit more scoring going on. Offense has got to start putting some points on the board for Rockdale to win. That's the bottom line. Keep the defense off the field, keep the offense on the field so we can put points up.
So once again, the Mustangs come out. We've got 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right, and a pair in the backfield. Under center. Takes a snap, drops back, looking to his left. Throws over the top to his left. Got a man. Makes a catch, and he's brought it down at the 43-yard line. So it's a 1st and 10 for the Morrow Mustangs.
Nice reception there by the Mustangs.
.24 seconds left here in the first. The Bulldogs up 2-0.
You know, looking down there, I see Willie Hardman's out there on defense. Octavius Peterson's out there on defense. They've got quite a few of these guys going both ways.
Looks like Courtney Hurd's going to wait until the play ends, and that's the way we end here in the first quarter. So it's 2-0, the Bulldogs up over the Morrow Mustangs, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the GHSA.TV network. Small town feel with big time flavor. The Oaks Family Diner on Flat Shoals Road has the home cooked meals that you're looking for. Breakfast served all day, including homemade biscuits and an unmatched selection of omelets. Open from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., the Oaks Family Diner is a crowd pleaser with their daily lunch specials and Cakes by Mary. There's something for everyone. So stop by tomorrow at 1040 Flat Shoals Road in Conyers and see what the buzz is all about at the Oaks Family Diner. Small town feel with. We'll go back to Reid Stadium as we get ready to kick off the second quarter here. Bulldogs up 2-0 over the visiting Morrow Mustangs. Mustangs have the ball. 1st and 10 on the Bulldog 44-yard line. Bulldogs scoring on a safety. Courtney Hurd under center. Takes a snap. Looks in the flats. It has a man. That man gets out to the 40, brought down at the 38-yard line.
Looks like Morrow's done a little adjustment there and got the ball a little bit quicker out there to their receivers. I think they tried running it to start with and decided that was not for them.
The defensive line of Rockdale stood up to that task. So it's 2nd and 4. Courtney Hurd, the quarterback for the Mustangs. This time out of shotgun. Got a pair of wideouts to either side and one in the backfield with him. Low snap. And he's brought down to the backfield. That's number 1, Devontae Walters for the Bulldogs with the quick sack.
The one thing I've noticed is that they're switching the defensive ends from side to side depending on where the weak side, strong side is. And so they've been switching them back and forth there. And definitely Devontae Walters is going to the side that's got the stronger side at each time, it looks like, from here.
So it's 3rd and 9.5 for the Mustangs. Bulldogs looking for a stop here on this 3rd down.
Yeah, that's what Devontae Walters going to this tight end side most of the time. They're jamming him in.
Hurd rolls out to his right, has a man wide open at the 25. Touched up by a couple of Bulldogs and finally brought down at the 16-yard line.
Definitely had a misassignment there somewhere in the defensive backfield.
So the Mustangs convert that 3rd down, make it 1st and 10 at the Bulldogs' 17-yard line. 10:32 left here in the first half. 2-0, Bulldogs up. For those of you watching now and wondering about the Heritage game, Gainesville is up 13-0 currently on Heritage.
Wow. What quarter is it? Second?
It looks to be the second. It's still the first quarter.
They're
going for a point after. So 14-0 in Gainesville. There's the snap to Hurd. It's low. It's brought down.
He should be down right there.
He's down at the snap. So that'll be a loss of down and lost a couple yards. So we'll call it 12 yards. So second and 12. 9:48 left here in the first half.
Now remember, in high school ball, that guy doesn't have to be touched to be down. He just has to bring a knee down, and that's exactly what happened there. Another one of those safety rules that they've enforced in GHSA just to make sure the players don't get cheap shots.
So Hurd sends his Mustangs out. 2 wideouts to his right, 1 to his left. Takes a snap out of shotgun. Heavy pressure, and he's brought down at the 35-yard line.
Big number 55 there on the play.
So it looks like 3rd and we'll call it 24 after that sack.
So 14-0 Gainesville in Heritage, right?
Yep. 13-0. They missed that point after.
They missed it. That's a tough game for the Heritage. Heritage needed to go up there and, try to take care of business, but we've known that in the past we've watched a couple of their games and called them. We knew that Heritage's offense was struggling some.
It's the number 3 offense in the state in 5A versus the number 4 defense. So it's going to be a tough game to call either direction.
Yeah, definitely.
So Hurd out of the shotgun. That's not Hurd. They've changed quarterbacks, but Hurd gets the ball and is brought down at the 25-yard line.
And there was Rockdale swarming on that defense. They came alive those last 3 plays there.
That was Jose Cervantes with the pass to Courtney Hurd. So it's a long 4th down for the Mustangs. It's about 4th and 35. They got to get to the 6-yard line of the Bulldogs for a first down.
And you got number 5 there, Shaquem Peters, back, along with number 8, who we believe is Tajay Steele this week. We're not positive. Last week Tajay was number 9, but we're really thinking this week Tajay's number 8 now that Zuri is back with number 9.
He's getting ready for the punt. The kick is away from the 50. Caught on the 1-yard line of the Bulldogs.
That might have been one I let about roll in the backfield, but there.
And he got bust through to 25, and he's brought down at the 27-yard line.
Not a bad little run back there by him.
So the Bulldogs will start their 3rd drive of the night from their own 27-yard line. 7:26 left in the first half. Bulldogs up 2-0.
And one of the interesting things too, that listening to the coach, to Coach Elder in your coach's show, he's talking about the inexperienced players, the young players, that some of them he's having to really work with them on the basics and bringing them up into his way of thinking and his way of playing football. But I can tell you from the past, looking at this, you've got 2 freshmen in there in skilled position. These kids know the basics. They know what they're doing a little bit.
From center takes a snap.
And right there you got a different quarterback.
Mike Rozier is the quarterback, according to the roster I have.
You got number 12 there. Yep, Mike Rozier, according to the roster.
So that'll make it 2nd and 4 on a 6-yard gain there. Rozier breaks the huddle. Got Preston in the backfield. Under center takes a snap, gets it to Preston on the left side. Gets tripped up right there at the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 3rd down.
There's a kid on the sidelines doesn't have pads on right now. Actually, Zuri is now number 12.
Okay.
I believe that the jersey that he was wearing, the number 9 jersey, had some kind of malfunction with the jersey, or maybe had blood on it or something along those lines, so they took it off. And they do now have another jersey on at number 12. I got an excellent spotter over here, Jeff Feichner, who's doing an excellent job helping me out here, bringing this to my attention. So
glad Feichner's joined the team. Preston battles forward, and that's a 1st down for the Bulldogs. Once again, full head of steam once he has the ball, and he's going to take a couple of Mustangs for a ride. So 1st down for the Bulldogs, 37-yard line. 6:15 left here in the first, 2-0 Bulldogs up.
So I guess Mike Rozier had his 3 seconds of fame there when he called his name out as a quarterback. Sorry about that, kid, but, you know.
So Minifield under center. Pair of wideouts on either side, one in the backfield with him. Fakes the handoff. Gets it touched up at the line.
Ball was deflected again. Basic defensive football. Get the big hands up. Number 29 there for the Mustangs got his hands up to deflect that ball.
Pass was intended for Gowan. Tajmeel Spates with the hand on the ball. So it's 2nd and 10. Minifield out of shotgun. Puts a man in motion.
And that man is Tajay Steele now, number 8. And it's not Gowan according to as the roster states.
Okay. So we got a flag on the play. Looks like offsides against the Mustangs.
I think maybe during the next coach's show, we might need to work on this a little bit.
It definitely keeps it interesting for us.
You got that right.
So that's Tajay Steele is number 8.
Yes, Tajay Steele's number 8. Number 12 is now Minifield. I was number 75 when I played. I just thought I'd throw that in there just for the heck of it, just in case anybody cared.
Minifield under center. Flag on the play. Looks like we may be giving those 5 yards back. Indeed. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
If I'm not mistaken, I was reading in today's newspaper about the Newton County game last night, and I believe that Newton had 150 yards worth of penalties.
Ooh.
And I think we might be racking that up here in this game between the two teams tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah, this has definitely been there have been a lot of hankies flying tonight.
Yes, you know, and we played Langston last week, and we know that they're an aggressive team, and they had a lot of penalties last week too. I talked about them being disciplined in the first quarter that fell apart the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So I'm sure there were a lot of penalties in that whole game, but Newton with 150, it's not good.
No. So got a wide out in motion for Zurfield, who's out of the backfield.
We got away with one right there, too.
Preston battles back to the line of scrimmage after a little pass in the flats. So we'll give him 1 yard, make it 3rd and 9. Yes, we did get away. Couldn't see who it was, but they kind of fell over trying to start and stop at the same time.
You know, and sometimes it drives me crazy being a line coach that, you know, if a running back starts to move, go in motion. You know, it's a simple thing. All you got to do is go usually, as long as you don't go forward. So, you know, it's just.
Well, it would have been a penalty that play because they'd already had a back in motion.
Oh, very good point.
Yeah.
that's why you're the play-by-play guy, man. You
so
notice
there's the snap
things.
to Minifield. Got Preston in the flats. Getting some pressure, flushed out in the center, comes up, gets around the official, and falls down at the 46-yard line.
And falls down head first again.
So that'll bring up 4th down. Looks like 4th and 3. .440 left here. Did they give it a 1st down?
He's calling it a 1st down, yes, sir.
All right, that's definitely a gracious spot. So it's 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs with 4:33 left here in the first half. Preston back in for the Bulldogs. So 47-yard line for the Bulldogs as they take this 1st and 10. Minifield under center. Got Preston in the backfield with him. 2 wideouts to his left and 2 to his right. Gives it to Preston. Full head of steam once again for Preston, and he gets through it for the 1st down.
You know, it was interesting watching Preston run. I think he thought he was going to get hit at the line of scrimmage. Nobody hit it.
He did stutter step there.
Yeah, it's like, okay, somebody hit me. Boom, oh, let's go. Picked up a good gain there. Picked up at least 10 yards. Got another 1st down there.
That's a 1st down the easy way right there.
Just under 4 minutes, we are marching the ball down the field.
Minifield under center, takes a snap, runs up the gut once again. This time it's Kyle Baya. Number 43 with the run. Gets through for about 3. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
You know, the offensive line looks like they're gelling a little bit right now. They're looking pretty strong out there. You got number 72, Malcolm Hayes, out there. He's a senior, hopefully leading it up a little bit, along with number 50, Greer. So they're looking pretty solid right now. They're able to drive the ball. 71, Blake Davis, who's a sophomore, out there.
Pair of wideouts either side. Minifield under center.
We got some motion down there.
Flag on the play. So that'll make it 2nd and 12.
You know, one thing I liked about that, though, he jumped off sides, but he hit the guy in front of him.
He did. He absolutely did.
And I like that. I told my kids yesterday during practice, I was like, guys, if you're going to jump off sides, at least hit the dude. I said, make it worthwhile. I said, you know, this is football. You're allowed to hit people in the game. If you're going to make a mistake, make it full speed, make it a good one.
2:40 left here in the 1st half. 2-0, the Bulldogs up. Minifield out of the shotgun. 1 in the backfield with him. Got a man in the flats. That's Baya. Makes the catch, battles through 2 defenders, and gets forward for an extra 3 or 4 yards.
Good run there by Mr. Baya. You know, I had the pleasure of coaching his younger brother over at Edwards Middle School a couple years back and on. Know his parents pretty well. I know you've had a conversation with him this week about some different stuff.
Yep.
He's a good kid that comes from a good family, so it's interesting. It's good to see him out there playing still.
And I think he's got another brother who plays, Andrew.
Yeah, that's his little brother. Yep. We called him AJ.
AJ, gotcha.
Couldn't pronounce his last name.
Out of the snap, there's a pass, and it's touched up. And not caught. Falls for the 4th down, makes it 4th and 7.
So with just under 2 minutes left in the game, in the 1st half.
Slow down.
Rockdale's up 2-0. Got an official's timeout. Got an injured player down.
Bulldog player down on the other side. So we'll be back in just a minute here on the GHSA.TV network. Welcome back to Reid Stadium. 1:51 left here in the 1st half. 2-0. The Bulldogs driving.
They're helping number 23 there, Terry McLaughlin, off the field. It's good to see him up and walking off the field on his own energy right now, though. I think he's just a little shook up.
Again, the Rockdale County Schools athletic training staff, second to none in terms of their assistance and their care for the for the players, and just they do a wonderful job. They're all right there, ready and willing to help.
And they know that, Miss Keisha comes by the fields, and even by the middle school fields. She comes by at least once a week and check on our players and make sure everybody's okay, and if not, give them some pointers and try to help them out.
So the Bulldogs going on for it on 4th and 7. There's a flag on the play. Got a false start, or is that motion or legal formation? Not sure.
I think the center picked up the ball and moved it.
Gotcha. So that makes it 4th and 12. Bulldogs at the Mustang 42-yard line. They converted a 4th down earlier. No, that's right, they didn't. They were a couple of links short there. So they're going for it on 4th and 12.
Well, they converted one earlier.
Did they?
This is a new series.
Minifield takes a low snap, gets flushed out of the pocket, dumps it down to Preston, and it's low. So 1:46 left here in the first half. Morrow will have the ball on their own 43-yard line.
One of the good things, though, about this is that Rockdale has had the ball the majority of the first half, and that's good. They've kept their offense on the field. The other team can't score if they're not on the field, and we say that, and the score's 2-0, and the defense scored for Rockdale.
I would estimate about 3 minutes is how long Morrow's had the ball in terms of gameplay. Rockdale opened up the first half with a 9-minute drive, and they've really just continued to pound it and just stand up on defense.
And that's a good thing. I've said it from the beginning. If the defense can stay off the field, Rockdale can win. They've got to keep the offense on the field, keep the ball moving, and put some points up. They haven't done it yet, but I think their drive so far has been successful.
So out of shotgun on the Mustangs, that's Jose Cervantes. Takes a snap. Quick rush. Got 2 men. Ball's knocked loose and intercepted by the Bulldogs.
Number 20 there, Tajay Warren. It might be Tajwan. We have a penalty.
They said it was intentional grounding. Not sure about that. It looked like a Bulldog interception. Or they were called for roughing the passer. Roughing the passer. Got you. Okay. So that's a 15-yard penalty.
So I guess after he released the ball, he got a little smacked upside the head there. And is that a proper term there, smacked upside the head?
Absolutely. You're in Georgia.
Okay.
1:37 left here in the first half. Bulldogs up 2-0.
Say, I've never heard Brent Mustard.
Mustangs at the 42-yard line of the Bulldogs. Cervantes takes a snap. Lets it go. Floats one up there. And the ball was caught by the Mustangs at the 20-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Nice reception there. We've got 1 minute and 29 seconds left in this first half, and the Mustangs have put the ball up there quite a few times now, and they're moving the ball down the field.
So it's 1st and 10 with 1:24 left here in the first half. 2-0, Bulldogs up. And the Morrow Mustangs call a timeout. So we'll be back here in just a moment on the GHSA.TV network. Welcome back to Reid Stadium. 1:20 left here in the first half. Bulldogs up 2-0 over the Morrow Mustangs. Mustangs driving. Jose Cervantes in as quarterback for the Mustangs. Takes a snap out of shotgun, drops back. Looking to throw again. And the pass is caught at the Bulldog 5-yard line, brought down immediately. That's another first down for the Mustangs.
It seems like that the Mustangs, they do very well with this passing game that they've implemented. They did it earlier, and then all of a sudden Rockdale came alive, shut them down. So we got to get back on that game plan of bringing in the linebackers, hitting the quarterback. I know they had the roughing the passer penalty back here that helped keep that drive alive because it was actually an interception. But we definitely got to get some hands up in the quarterback's face. Got to hit him a few times. We don't want to rough him up, but we got to hit him.
Cervantes has done a good job of just staying in the pocket and releasing the ball. And there's a quick timeout by the Bulldogs. So we'll be back here in just a moment on the GHSA.TV network. Welcome back to Reid Stadium. 49 seconds left here in the first half. Tom White and Fred the Machine Avery calling your action. Mustangs driving. The Bulldog 5-yard line. Big Jose Cervantes back in the backfield for the Mustangs.
Yeah, this play was kept alive by a roughing the passer call. We got another timeout called by Rockdale. Obviously didn't like what they saw when they lined up there. Right now, I think it's more like a game of chess. You know, it's let's see what they do when they line up. We're going to call a timeout. We're going to readjust. Morrow's over there probably adjusting from what they just did. Sometimes it's just better just to
play ball.
Yep.
Just play ball.
Strap it up and let's go, guys.
So, again, it's a battle of two first-year coaches between Coach Elder and the coach from Morrow.
And neither team has a region victory yet. Rockdale has not a victory yet. Morrow does have one. Points scored, points allowed are pretty even as far as what each team has done. Neither one of them has put up a lot of points, and they've allowed quite a few in a lot of their games. So right now with the 2-0, it is a slobber knocker.
So we're getting back underway here at Reid Stadium. Less than a minute left, 50 seconds. Cervantes in the backfield. Ready to take the snap from shotgun. Puts a man in motion. The snap. Hands in his face, looking for the corner. And it is not touched up by a Bulldog, but not caught.
Good defense. Got the big defensive ends back there. Got their hands up. Made it a little hard to see. The pass was short. Should have been picked off, but just not there just in time.
If he'd have caught that would have probably been a 95-yard sprint.
Yes.
So it's 2nd and goal. Mustangs looking for their first points of the night. Cervantes runs the play back into the huddle.
You know, Robert Bankston's the defensive coordinator here for the Bulldogs, and I see him out there calling signals in from the sidelines, trying to get the defense set up, ready to roll.
Cervantes in the shotgun, got a wide out, 2 wideouts to his left, 1 to his right, 1 in the backfield with him, takes a snap. Rolls out to his right, chased by a pack of Bulldogs. Ball is batted away, picked up by a lineman for the Mustangs who's brought down at the 2-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and goal after an interesting play.
That ball just popped loose there. It was picked up by number 8, I believe, or 6. It's either 6 or 8 for the Mustangs.
And the Mustangs call their final timeout of the half. So we'll be back in just a moment here on the GHSA.TV network. Welcome back to Reid Stadium. Just over 30 seconds left here in the first half. Bulldogs up 2-0 over the Morrow Mustangs, who are driving and are on the Bulldog 3-yard line. It's 3rd and goal. Cervantes with his big package in there. Got 3 in the backfield with him. There's a toss, and it's knocked away. Knocked away, and Bulldogs are trying to
ball on the ball. Okay,
they're running out to they're down at the 40-yard line. So it's a Bulldog first down. There are no flags on the play.
And the defense stood strong, held up, knocked the ball loose, knocked it around, got it back. I would have liked to have seen the guy fall on it about 20 yards back there, but hey, we got it.
So it is a Bulldog first down at the 36-yard line. So with 21.9 seconds left here in the first, the Bulldogs another chance to get on the scoreboard in the half. Morrow will receive the kickoff in the second half.
Do you try to put points up on the board right now, or are you satisfied going in 2-0?
I think you go in, or you try to move the ball just for the momentum. Got Minifield in the shotgun. Pair of wideouts either side. Got one in the backfield with him. Good snap. Out of the flats. Got a man who gets out to the 41-yard line. So 2nd and 7. That will be the last play of the half. Bulldogs have they're going to quick snap it.
They're going to try.
Get the snap down. That is not the last play. They have 0.4 of a second left. Minifield hearing it from Coach Elder currently. So 0.4 of a second left here in the first half. Bulldogs up 2-0 over the Morrow Mustangs.
Yeah, I don't know why they're calling the huddle here. Just send everybody deep, heave the ball, and let's hope for the best.
There's a snap.
There he goes. He's heaving it downfield.
And the ball is loose and not caught. So that's how the first half ends. 0-2, Bulldogs up over the Mustangs of Morrow. We'll be back in just a moment here on the GHSA.TV network.
Love. Teenage love. All have experienced it. He's cute. I'm cute. We dance, fall in love, break up, and move on with our lives. Is it really that simple? No, it hurts. You always feel ashamed that someone can be that important, that without them you feel like nothing. This is a journey of love, teenage love, a love that loves you.
I remember when I first started walking to the room. My heart skipped a beat. She was the one. Would you like to dance, I asked. We fell in love on the dance floor.
Welcome back to Reid Stadium as we get ready to kick off the second half here. Bulldogs up 2-0 over the visiting Morrow Mustangs. The only points coming off of safety early in the first quarter. Tom White alongside Big Fred the Machine Avery.
You know, I'm not big anymore. We've had this conversation about 5 or 6 times. Okay, I've dropped 93 pounds since April 15th of last year. I know I'm not sick. I don't have any diseases or anything. I've been, unlike you, watching my Euros and not eating them.
Oh, I've been watching them as I ate them.
Yes.
Atlanta Pizza and Euros, one of our sponsors, and they provided us some pizzas tonight and threw in a couple Euros for us, and we were discussing how delicious they were during halftime.
Yes, we were. Because I've been thinking about taking one home and having it for breakfast tomorrow. So I think I can burn the calories off during the day. Because I know that it's delicious food. I love eating at the Atlanta Pizza. It's a great place to eat. As a matter of fact, I think we're having spaghetti brought in for our middle school team next week.
Excellent. Well, a little pooch kick there to kick off the second half. Touched up at the 35-yard line. So the Morrow Mustangs will start at their own 35, 1st and 10.
And I'd like to apologize to Coach Cartledge over at Conyers Middle School because I probably just let the cat out of the bag on that one. But anyways, I haven't predicted a victory yet, so he's okay right now.
So we get ready to start the first drive of the second half. Mustangs with the ball. Looks like they got Hurd back in there as quarterback. He's out of the shotgun. 2 wideouts to his left, 1 to his right. Takes a snap. Drops back, looks to his right, touched up and caught at the 30 or 43-yard line. Maybe battled forward to a first down. They'll call it 2nd and 1.
You know, Rockdale started off the same way beginning of the last half. They've got to get some pressure on that quarterback. They've got to get the ball knocked down and some. They got to get the quarterback knocked down on the ground a little bit here. The defense swarmed the very first possession. That's how they got the safety. That's what made it 2-0 as we go into the second half here. So they just got to get that defense geared back up.
Morrow's done a good job of getting rid of the ball very fast. That's been how they've moved the ball. When they've been flushed and had to move around, that's when they've caused the havoc. So we'll see if that continues. Stands back in the pocket, throws it up, and it is about 10 yards too long. So it'll be 3rd and 1. Hurd overthrowing his receiver.
Back there on defending was number 10. And that says it's Ronzel Teague on the roster sheet here. Ronzel played quarterback for him in one game. Again with the Rockdale team, they've now got the same quarterback in for a couple games, but not in a row yet.
So Hurd goes under center this time, 2 in the backfield with him. Got a pair of wideouts to his right. He hands it up the middle. Gets touched up at the line of scrimmage, battled forward for what will be the first down. So it's 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
I know you're sitting there looking for some scores right now, but we're going to update you a little bit on the Heritage Gainesville game. Right now, Heritage is down 21-0. We're not sure if some other scores right now. We are looking them up, or Tom is looking them up.
Salem is trailing 21-0 to Flowery Branch. They're at Flowery Branch tonight.
Okay. That was going to be a tough game, and we knew that. Flowery Branch is it's one of those physical teams. They like to air the ball out. They are a good, solid team up there. And we have a timeout on the field.
So we'll be back in just a moment here on the GHSA.TV network. We're getting back underway here at Reid Stadium. Had an official timeout there for a moment. We'll get a report. Looks like we had an official walk off and head to the locker room. Don't know if he got hurt. We'll get that in just a bit. So 2-0, the Bulldogs up over the Mustangs from Morrow. Hurd, the quarterback, takes a snap out of shotgun. Throws it to his right and brought down immediately.
And it was a completion there. I'm predicting that the official did a Tom White on him.
That reception by Derwin Jackson. I at least tap you when I disappear.
Yeah.
Hey, you got this. I'm out of here.
Oh, yeah. We'll see if he comes back out in about 5 minutes, and we'll know.
So it looks like it's 2nd and 6 on the 50-yard line. Again, Hurd out of shotgun. Takes a snap, rolls to his right, and gets tied up and brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 2.
We got a flag on the play.
That's a face mask.
Face mask. It seems like that Rockdale does something good, and then they get hit with a penalty, and it just neglects what they just did good. Happened earlier on the interception, happened on that sack just now. And again, sometimes that's youthfulness. That's just that immaturity, that level of, excitability.
So it's 2nd and 2 after the penalty. Hurd out of shotgun with a pair of backs. Two out to his right, one to his left. One goes in motion headed to his left. Big quick rush up the middle and intercepted by the Bulldogs. He's at the 50, he's at the 45, he's at the 40, and he's brought down at the 36-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs after that interception. Our spotter went to go check on the official, so didn't see who had that interception.
I believe it was number 41 there.
It'd be Mike Murray.
That looks like the one that's celebrating the most on the sidelines right now, so that's who I'm going to call it, 41, yeah. Spotter says it was 41.
Excellent. Welcome back, Spotter. 9-10 left here in the third. Bulldogs get their first possession of the night. Minifield back in as quarterback, wearing the number 12. Not sure what happened to the number 9 jersey from the first quarter. He's got Preston in the backfield with him. And Kyle Bea. The toss goes to Bea. Bea gets a hole. Gets out to the 25. He's brought down at the 23-yard line. Good rush by Bea.
Yeah, nice rush. One of the Morrow players hit Bea in the back and knocked him forward for about 5 extra yards there. So it's a good thing that he, took that shot.
And it's a Bulldog first down at the 23-yard line. Up 2-0 over the Mustangs from Morrow.
And this is what we need. We need for the Bulldogs to capitalize on this drive, capitalize on the defense. The defense has held them in this game. They've actually, the only people that have scored is the defense. We have a flag on the play. You got illegal. It's actually not an illegal substitution. You broke the huddle with 12 men on the field more than likely. And you can't do that in football.
So that'll back them up. Make it 1st and 15.
And again, we did something positive, we do something negative. You got to keep the positives up there and the negatives down some.
First and 15 from the 28-yard line. Minifield under center. Another toss. It's Preston with a run, gets out to the 20. Brought down at the 19-yard line.
I like this power run game that Rockdale's kind of put in here. They're putting these big, strong backs in the back and saying, here you go north and south, run the ball.
So 2nd and 6 at the 19 of the Mustangs. 7:53 left, 2-0, the Bulldogs up.
And we knew, we had talked about this game all week long. If it was going to be a high-scoring game or it was going to be a low-scoring affair. It wasn't going to be in between at all. It was either going to be a lot of points or very few points. So far, it's very few.
And there's a flag on the play. That's going to back the Bulldogs up, make it 2nd and 11. 7:32 left here in the third. 2-0 Bulldogs up. Just inside the 25-yard line of the Mustangs. Minifield got Preston and Bayi in the backfield. Once again, runs to the left this time. And Preston finds the hole and gets to the 15. And he's knocked down at the 10-yard line.
Another good run there. Now, what we have to do this time is not get a penalty.
So that's a first down for the Bulldogs.
Brings up 1st and 10 with the ball right outside the 10-yard line.
We saw the power running in the first half, and it really seemed to work with Preston coming out of the backfield, and they've come back to it here in the second half, and it's continued to work, continued to thrive. He gets the ball with a full head of steam every time, and that's a lot of man coming at you.
Here it comes again. Oh,
drops the ball, but he falls on it.
I see the official has come back to the field now.
So it's 2nd and 12 for the Bulldogs. Just outside the 12-yard line. They can get a first down and not score. Again, Bayi and Preston in the backfield from Minifield. Preston gets it again. Runs right up the middle.
Picked up a couple on that carry. Got it back just beyond the original line of scrimmage, so it brings up about 3rd and 9.
.540 left here in the third. Bulldogs up 2-0 driving. Just on the Mustang 10-yard line. 3rd and 9. Minifield once again, Preston and Bayi in the backfield. And the toss is bobbled once again and fallen on, so it'll be 4th down for the Bulldogs.
Looked like both backs were going to try to catch that ball. Again, it's that confusion in the backfield. We do something positive, we do something negative. Do something positive, do something negative. We got to get rid of those negative.
So we'll see if they go for it on 4th and about 14, maybe 15. And it looks like they are. Minifield gets the call in from the sideline. .438 left here in the third. 2-0, the Bulldogs up. Looking to convert a 4th and 15 from the 15-yard line of the Mustangs. And Bulldogs call a timeout. So we'll be back in just a moment here on the GHSA.TV network. Welcome back to Reid Stadium here in the third quarter with 4:28 left. Bulldogs up 2-0. Looking to convert a 4th and 15.
You know, that young team again, I know I said I wasn't going to say it all this often, but I've said it a lot again because it keeps biting them. It's the youth of this team, the youth of the coaches, even though the coaching staff is older gentlemen, they're a young staff together. Snap here, Missouri's got it down low. Dumps it off. Not enough.
So the Mustangs will take over. 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. So, yeah, that one step forward, two step back thing kind of has shown and exposed that youth of the team.
Especially on the offense. Defense has been solid today. I personally have thought the defense has been solid a lot in almost every game, even though they've had a lot of points scored against them. When you're on the field that much, you're going to get points scored against you. But the youth in the offense has definitely been hurting them right now. Again, though, 4 quarterbacks, 5 games now.
Yep.
Just it's hard to get some continuity going. New center in there now. So we got to get the continuity going. You got to get the flow going, get the rhythm going. But right now the defense is on the field with Morrow back there.
So Hurd gets under center for the Mustangs, tosses to his left. He runs out to about the 15-yard line. So that'll make it 2nd and 5.
Morrow has successfully swapped their 2 quarterbacks in and out this game without really losing a hitch. But then again, you got to look at their team. They're 1-3.
Another rebuilding program there with a first-year coach. Hurd brings the call in from the sideline. 3:43 left here in the third. 2-0. The Bulldogs up. Over driving Morrow Mustangs, 2nd and 5. Out of shotgun, takes a snap, rolls to his right. Got some time. And intercepted by the Bulldogs. He's at the 15, or at the 20, and he's brought down at the 18-yard line.
And that was 44 there on the interception, Mr. Preston, if I'm not mistaken. Good job there.
So Preston's done a little bit of everything tonight. Been a force to be reckoned with out of the backfield. Adds the interception. So Bulldogs take over. 3:23 left in the third. So Benefield under center.
Going back to that pitch toss to the power run. We used to call that student body right. He is driving down the field. Good run.
Gets within the 10-yard line. That'll be another first down.
Good job by Preston. He kept them big legs churning there as he was driving it down the field. That's what we got to have.
That was DeMonte Graham on the carry.
Oh, excuse me. That wasn't good, Preston.
So it's 1st and goal. Bulldogs looking to capitalize on that Preston interception. Benefield under center. Toss to the left. That's Graham once again. Got us forward for about 2. That makes it 2nd and goal. .229 left here in the third. 2-0. Bulldogs up.
Preston checked back into the backfield that time. They break and get to the line of scrimmage.
Preston got the ball and
straight up the middle
forward for a touchdown.
Yes, touchdown Bulldogs, and they are excited here in Bulldog country over that.
Contavious Preston rushes right up the middle for a touchdown after his interception in the previous drive. So 2:06 left here in the third, and the Bulldogs make it 8-0.
Sounds weird, doesn't it?
It does. They got the PAT coming up in just a moment. Guess who's kicking the ball? Contavious Preston. Does a chip shot right off the upright.
They haven't raised hands yet.
Good.
There you go. And it's good.
So Contavious Preston intercepts the ball, runs through for the touchdown, and kicks the PAT to make it 9-0 with 2:06 left in the third.
And the Bulldog sidelines, they're excited right now. This is the first time. This is one of the first touchdowns they've scored this year, so it's a good thing for them. This could be a good thing for them. I mean, they're feeling good about themselves. They're looking happy. The sidelines look like they might be gelling some. It's what we needed to do. This might be the game that we needed to turn the season around a little bit, to get us on the right track, to get us moving forward and get us out of the hole that we were in.
And I love that Coach Elder's got his team huddled up in the field there, getting their minds right, giving Preston a little extra pat on the helmet as he heads out for special teams. So Contavious Preston runs in for the first score of the night for the Bulldogs, or first touchdown of the night for the Bulldogs, and gets ready to kick off to the Morrow Mustangs.
Maybe we should call these the Rockdale Prestons or the Preston Bulldogs. He seems to be a one-man show at this moment.
He's doing a very good job. Now he's had lots of somebody opened a hole for him.
That's good. Very good. I like that. Did you play offensive line too?
I did not.
You were one of them skirts.
I've had many offensive lines though. So Preston with the kick. It's a low driving kick, picked up at the 30.
Number 22 for Morrow's got it, and he is hit pretty hard.
He pays for it.
Number 19, Brandon Harris, helped lay the hammer down on there, along with 26 there for the Bulldogs, Amir Rice.
Brandon Harris, broadcast video program student. Just had to drop that. 2 minutes left here in the third.
Well, you've done pretty good. You've gone almost all the way through the whole game, and you haven't mentioned anything about your broadcast team.
Hey,
but
I got 3 students here tonight that are amazing.
They are, and they are excellent. And, we bring it up time and time again, but you cannot say enough about their dedication, their professionalism, and the way they handle things out here. And having to work with you, I mean, they're carrying a heavy load. So
they're working for free pizza and corny jokes. So Hurd under center for the Mustangs. Takes a snap, drops back, and is brought down at the 30-yard line.
By number 1, Devontae Walters gets back there, that big lanky defensive end that we were talking about that goes to the strong side. Got a little injury there. Number 35 is limping off the field. Was that 55? Excuse me.
We got top-notch spotters up here tonight, I tell you. So that brings number 71 in for the Bulldogs. That's Blake Davis. Hurd under center. Tosses to the left, and it's picked up in the backfield by a pack of Bulldogs. So that's the second play for loss for the Mustangs. So that'll make it 3rd and 16. 1:05 left here in the third. 9-0 the Morrow Mustangs.
It's got a nice sound to it. We haven't been able to say that a lot yet this season, and it's nice to say that the Bulldogs are up, and we hope that it continues.
So this time Hurd out of the shotgun takes a snap. Got a man, and the man gets out to the 40, the 50, brought down just inside the 50-yard line on the Bulldog side.
I'm not sure what the defensive back saw on that play. He saw something a little different than what I was seeing. But, he's out there on the field, but big gain for Morrow, and that's not what we needed right now. We got to shut them down. We can't let the momentum shift again back to in their favor.
So 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. He stepped out of bounds before getting beyond there. Hurd under center, 2 in the backfield. Run goes right up the middle. Stop at the 47-yard line. Call that a gain of 3, so it'll be 2nd and 7.
They haven't had a lot of success running up the middle on Rockdale.
Yeah, the Rockdale defensive line has really shut down the holes and just stopped them.
Yeah.
No other way to put it. Nothing fancy. Just put some helmets on there and stopped them. Hurd throws in traffic, and it is intercepted by the Bulldogs. He's at the 40. He's at the 45. He battles forward. He's still on his feet at the 50. Brought down on the Morrow 47-yard line. So to end the third quarter, the Bulldogs intercepts Courtney Hurd again.
And that was number 5, Shaquem Peters. And look at him, he's getting a big hug from Coach Elders there on the sidelines.
And that's how the third period will end here at Reid Stadium. Bulldogs up 9-0. We'll be back in just a moment here on the GHSA.TV network. Welcome back to Reid Stadium. Tom White, Fred the Machine Avery. Bulldogs heading into the fourth with the momentum. They ended the fourth period, or the third period, with an interception.
An interception by number 5, Shaquem Peters there. Got the Bulldogs defense, shut them down. That's exactly what we need now. We need to keep the offense on the field. Let's see if we can eat it up like we did in the first quarter. About 9 minutes on the field here. Kill some time on this clock. Need to get some more points.
You got Bayi and Peters in the backfield for Minifield. Toss goes to Peters. That's not Peters, sorry. That's Desmond Graham. Graham battles forward for about 2.
You know, I saw Desmond's mom down at halftime. I went down there to check out the band, and she was just rocking out to the Morrow band at that time. The Morrow band came out and put on a very nice show here at Reid Stadium, and then the Rockdale band followed them up, did an excellent job. I think they've got some big competitions coming up tomorrow. You know, my daughter was in the flag corps here at Rockdale, or in the auxiliary, I'm not sure what they always call it, flag corps. First time I ever watched a halftime show in, 50 years of football.
So Minifield under center, 2 in the backfield with him. Oh, a little trickery there. And it works.
Got some open field here. Got some green grass.
Hardman getting a block from Minifield.
Cuts back
Hardeman
across.
Gets to the 5. Is it a touchdown? Willie Hardeman.
Oh, we have a flag on the play. We have a flag, and that's in the vicinity of a block in the back or a holding call. Block in the back.
Block in the back will negate that touchdown.
And the coach is out there on the field discussing it strongly with the officials and his players.
So that block in the back will bring it back. Will negate a touchdown run. Minifield and Hardeman have a hug there to settle each other down. So that makes it 2nd and 20.
And you talked about it. You called it the 1 step forward, 2 step back. I called it positive, negative, and that's the thing. We have a positive play negated by a negative play. And these are the mistakes that we got to clean up in order to be successful.
2nd and 20 with 10:46 left here in the game, up 9-0. The Bulldogs lead the Morrow Mustangs. Minifield under center, 2 in the backfield. Toss once again. And it gets forward and it gets blocked down at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd and 20 for the Bulldogs.
That was hard running right there, and unfortunately he got knocked down. And he had some open field if he would have just got past his own line.
10 minutes left here in the 4th, 9-0. Bulldogs up over the Mustangs from Morrow.
You know, that's one of the hardest things to block for is a running back that scrambles, a quarterback that scrambles. You're not sure what direction they're going, where they're going, when they're going. We have a timeout on the field. Timeout Rockdale.
So with 9:54 left here in the game, the Bulldogs have called a timeout. We'll be right back here on the GHSA.TV network. Welcome back to Reid Stadium, Tom White. Fred the Machine Avery with 9:54 left in the game. Bulldogs up 9-0 over the Mustangs from Morrow. Zuri Minifield gets his troops in order. 2 wideouts on either side, 1 in the backfield.
We got 3rd and long there. We got 23 in motion, McLaughlin.
Minifield takes a snap, airs it out, looking for McLaughlin, and overthrows him.
He was open, too. If he would have just a little touch pass on that one, he was there. He was open. Again, young quarterback, getting used to it. You know, I've said it and said it and said it. He's a freshman. He's playing 6A ball, the toughest, highest division that you can play in the state of Georgia. This guy has got a future with the Bulldogs if he can stay healthy and they hang with him.
So just under 10 minutes left here in the game, 9-0 Bulldogs up over the Morrow Mustangs. 4th and about 20. Bulldogs in their punt formation. Minifield walking in the shadow of Coach Elder down there, getting a little additional coaching. The punt is up, and it's a high float. Bounces at the 40, takes a Bulldog bounce. And looks like it'll be touched up at the 29. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Morrow Mustangs.
And the Morrow band has decided to crank it up.
They have decided that they came to play today. They took the 3rd quarter off.
I think we ran into this last week with Langston Hughes, too, during the 4th quarter.
Langston Hughes was loud.
Yes, they were very loud, especially in the 4th quarter. They cranked it up on us. Morrow's over there cranking it up. You know, we're on the home side, so sometimes it's hard to hear the Rockdale band, and we get the visitors band a lot here.
We get it real well. So it looks like Hurd out of the shotgun once again for the Mustangs.
Fakes a handoff, rolling out to his left.
Overthrows a pass. Wow, the band is like playing bumper music for us. It's great. They just softly faded away and then brought it right back in. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. Just under 9 minutes left here in the 4th.
We got to hold them here on defense, get the ball back, and let's try to get some more points. We've got to get a couple more points here and make me feel comfortable about this game, know that we have it in hand.
Thrown into the flats. He's picked up pretty quickly by a pack of Bulldogs and brought down after a 2-yard gain, so they'll make it 3rd and 8. Despite what the field board, there you go, they got it fixed.
You saw that inquisitive look on my face, didn't you? Because I was like, okay, that says 2nd, the board says 3rd, you say 3rd. I don't trust you at all. So
I wouldn't either. So Hurd out of the shotgun, 2 wideouts to his left, 1 to his right, takes a snap, drops back, looking to his right, and overthrows his man once again. So that makes it 4th down for the Mustangs.
You know, one thing I like about Morrow is they don't play around. They get up to the line of scrimmage, they snap the ball, and they get moving.
Yep.
I've noticed they've caught the Rockdale defense standing up quite a few times, not prepared, not ready to go yet. And that's a good thing, but it really hadn't helped them yet. It hadn't hurt them, but it hadn't helped them yet.
So it's 4th and 8. Morrow shows their punt formation. There's a snap. The kick is away, and it's a beauty. Caught at the 30. He's got a blocker, and he gets brought down back at the 30.
That's number 5, Shaquem Peters, on the reception there on the punt. Didn't really get any yardage there, did he?
Went 4 yards, turned around and came back 4. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 30-yard line. They gave him a good spot, 33-yard line. So just under 8.5 minutes left here in the 4th. Bulldogs up 9-0.
I really would like to see one of those nice long drives where we're going to consume some of the clock again and then put some points up at the end of it, of course. Missouri's coming in. They're counting in the huddle. They've got a couple too many men in the huddle there. Hardeman comes off the field.
So Minifield gets his player set. Takes a snap. Run goes to the right. And comes forward for about 2.
You know, I don't think that Morrow has stopped the run up the middle in the backfield yet.
It's pretty much guaranteed 3 every time.
It seems to be so far. And that's a good thing. It keeps the defense honest. You can't put 10 or 11 in the box. You have to spread it out. You know, you have to keep going because they're going to be throwing the ball too.
So there's the handoff. Caught up at the line of scrimmage.
But he's still going forward, even though he had about 5 or 6 of the Mustangs on him.
That is one thing I've noticed improved this week over last is that the backs have, last week when they got hit, they stopped. This week they've continued to drive. They've continued to move those legs and try to push forward.
And they're going north and south. I don't see a lot of dancing side to side, trying to make more. They're just driving it, like you said, keeping those legs churning.
Hardeman back in the game for the Bulldogs.
We got 3rd and about 7 or 8 to go.
Minifield in the shotgun, takes a snap, drops back. Has a man and throws it low. So it'll be 4th down for the Bulldogs.
Pass was intended for number 81 there. Minutaw.
Just under 7 minutes left here. 9-0 the Bulldogs up over the Morrow Mustangs at Reid Stadium.
And their Bulldogs are back in their punt formation, going to try to keep that ball, hopefully get a little bit better field position. Get the Mustangs back there a little bit. They're coming.
The snap was bobbled. And the Mustangs will take over at the Bulldog 25-yard line. That bobbled snap.
And the punter there, he's getting an earful from the coach. That's number 49, Nick Gorge, who is a construction student, by the way, at RCA.
Excellent, excellent. 9-0, the Bulldogs are leading. As we get under 7 minutes here in the 4th. Mustangs start this drive on the Bulldog 24-yard line. Hurd under center. Takes a snap, drops back, looks to his right, and that ball is intercepted. Nope,
no.
It is knocked down.
That's number 81, Minutaw there on the defense.
Minutaw and Hardeman both battling for the ball. That's not Hardeman.
That's Peters.
Peters.
The 5 and 2 on these teams, they look that, and you know, I've mistaken that a couple times myself. The numbering on the jerseys sometimes is hard to pick up here.
Well, when you have that front chest pad, it kind of looks like it overlaps a little bit there.
Okay, we've made up enough excuses for looking dumb out there.
2nd and 10. Hurd out of the shotgun. 2 wideouts to his left, 1 to his right. Takes a snap. Got pressure. Gets knocked down as he throws it, and there's no pass. No, it's incomplete. Drops the pass. So that'll make it 3rd and 10. 6:41 left in the game here. Bulldogs up over the Mustangs from Morrow.
And as we talked about at the beginning of the game, this is hopefully the turnaround game for Rockdale. They can come in here, they take this victory. They got a tough one on the road next week with Lovejoy. Then they come back, though, and they've got 2 other games that if they can sneak them in there and get a victory, it could be pretty for them. They could be sitting in playoff position.
So there's a snap. The pass is overthrown. So it'll be 4th down for the Mustangs.
And I guess this is one of those calls. Do you try to put some points on the board with the field goal, or do you go for it? I really didn't watch too much of the field goal kickers. The Mustangs prior in pregame, didn't really see what they had. I know the spotter was telling me that they were a soccer-style kicker, and that's about as much as I got out of that.
So it's 4th and 10 at the 24-yard line. Hurd out of the shotgun. 2 wideouts to his left. Rolls out to his left, and he's brought down to the backfield. So it'll be a Bulldog 1st down from the 34-yard line.
And give the defense credit again. They have really held their own in this game. They've done a great job.
Devontae Walters with the sack. 6:29 left here in the 4th.
Okay, I'm not going to say what I want to see the Bulldogs do this time because every time I've said they haven't done it. So we're just going to play a little football right now.
Let's play ball. Up 9-0 over the Morrow Mustangs.
In the battle of the first-year head coaches right now, Coach Elder is up.
Under center is Minifield. Hands the ball off. Runs right up the center. That's big number 44. Preston with the run.
You know, we talked about DJ Artisan being out with an injury with a concussion right now. He could have been a factor in this game, I think, because these big running backs are pounding on Morrow, and if you would have had that third running back to keep these guys fresh in the rotation even more, I think they could have gotten a little bit more yardage out of it, and hopefully he'll be back in a couple weeks.
What you give up in size for Preston, Artister has in speed, so that'd be a great little combination there.
Yes. Well, you know, we got to keep the kids healthy. Hopefully he'll get healthy, get back out here in about 2 weeks. Usually it's about a 14-day wait period after you've been diagnosed with a concussion, and that is if everything goes good. You have to have a 14-day period of no headaches, no dizziness.
Minifield under center. A little play action. Over the top he goes to Hardiman, and Hardiman catches that ball at the 49-yard line and is brought down immediately. What a great catch by Hardiman.
Nice pass, nice fake by the young freshman there, Zuri Minifield. That's easy for you to say.
Zuri Minifield.
Thank you.
So Bulldog 1st down. They're driving just inside the Morrow Mustang 50. Did I tell you Willie Hardiman was a broadcast video student?
I believe you've mentioned that 1,001 times now.
Minifield goes under center. Run right up the middle.
Look at it. Look at that pile.
Moving
That pile is moving forward. That is the way to do it. He is just driving those legs. He's pushing the pile. The offensive line, nobody was standing around buying tickets and watching. They were all in there.
So 8-yard gain on that. Preston back in the game.
You know, we had a disappointing small crowd tonight out here, but they've been a very vocal crowd. They've been loud tonight. They're out here supporting the Dogs, the ones that have showed up, and that's a good thing. Hopefully get them on a winning track. Under center here, here's a snap.
There's Preston with a run. And looks like he might have gotten enough for a 1st down. We'll see the spot.
They've been pretty generous with the spots tonight, so I wouldn't doubt if they give it to him. Spotter says it's a couple inches short. So it's 3rd and a few chain links.
We'll say 3rd and inches.
Oh, you said chain links earlier. Now that I said you got to say inches.
Well, you said inches this time, so I was like, you know what? We'll go with inches. Under 4 minutes left here at Reid Stadium. 9-0. Bulldogs up and driving.
I think it's about the length of this microphone you gave me.
That's a yard. Minifield under center. Hands the ball off, and it's brought down in the backfield. So it'll be 4th down for the Bulldogs.
And I think that's the first loss that I can remember, really a loss on the run right there.
Be 4th and 3.
And that was number 14, DeMonte Graham, on the carry.
Graham comes out. Bayard goes in. So it's 4th and 3 from the 43-yard line of the Mustangs. Under 3 minutes remaining.
And Rockdale's calling a timeout.
We'll be back in just a moment here on the GHSA.TV network. Welcome back to Reid Stadium, where the score is 9-0. The Rockdale Bulldogs up over the Morrow Mustangs. 2:50 left here in the fourth quarter. 4th and 3rd.
4th and 3rd or 4th and 3?
4th and 3. You didn't ask for professional. You just asked for somebody who could do it.
That's true. Snap. Oh, he's still on his feet. He's still fighting.
And Preston tackled for a loss. So Morrow will take over from their own 45-yard line, trailing 9-0. Contavious Preston has to be exhausted.
You know, he's going both ways. He's been on the field a lot. He carrying the ball. He's intercepting the ball. He's kicking the ball. I don't know. He's taking a couple breaks off, but like you said, he's got to be tired. He's got to be exhausted, and that's one of the things that I know when Elder came in here, a lot of the kids were talking to me about it. They were saying that they were doing a lot of conditioning, and they weren't saying it that nicely at times.
Yeah.
But I think long term, this season's going to pay off. All that conditioning will pay off in the long run for him.
So Hurd out of the shotgun, takes a snap, throws into the flats. Gets knocked out of bounds at the 49-yard line.
The Mustangs have been successful with that pass, completing that pass, not necessarily always getting a lot of yardage out of it, even though they did get a pretty good bit at that time. But it seems to be their little bread and butter pass that they like to throw. It's just like a long handoff, basically.
Yep, just a quick snap and throw it over the defenders and go for 4. That's what they did. So it's 2nd and 6, 2:38 left here in the fourth. Hurd under center, got a pair in the backfield with him, a pair of wideouts to his left.
And Rockdale's bringing the house, and they all ran right by that back.
So that's a first down for the Morrow Mustangs. .227 left here in the fourth. Hurd out of the shotgun. Takes a snap, drops back. Looking to his left, has a man wide open. He battles forward for another first down and runs out of bounds, so that'll stop the clock with 2:11 left here at Reid Stadium.
And again, Morrow's moving quick. They're calling the play. They're getting on the line of scrimmage. They're snapping the ball. They're moving it fast. They're not giving the Bulldogs time enough to adjust their defense. They're still moving around a lot of times when the ball is being snapped.
So from the 30-yard line, it's 1st and 10 for the Morrow Mustangs, trailing 9-0. Under 2 minutes left here. Pair in the backfield and pair to his right. Bulldogs get in there in a hurry and bring down the quarterback for a loss, so that'll be a second down.
If you notice that time, the defense was set when the ball was snapped. The defense was ready to go. We have a timeout called by Morrow.
That's their first time out of the half. So with 1:43 left here at Reid Stadium, we'll be back in just a moment here on the GHSA.TV network. Welcome back to Reid Stadium. Tom White with Fred the Machine Avery. 1:43 left here in the game. There's the snap. Drops back. Got a man. And he's knocked out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
And you notice again, they came up to they called the timeout. They came up to the line of scrimmage. They knew the play. They ran the play. The defense was not set at that time. Big yard gain.
So first and goal for the Mustangs. 1:36 left here at Reid.
And this is where we could be in a little bit of trouble here. If they score here, onside kick, could be trouble. Let's see if the defense can hold them.
Hurd under the middle. The defense builds a wall, and looks like the ball might have come loose, and it did. Looking for a signal from the officials, and it is Bulldog football.
And the defense has done it again for Rockdale. So with 1 minute and 12 seconds left in the game, the Bulldogs take over 1st and 10 on about the 4-yard line, it looks like.
Morrow has 2 timeouts remaining. Rockdale has none.
Mendenfield comes out. He's a little confused right now. He's getting play from the sideline. He's huddling them up. This is where we got to stay positive, guys. No negative yardage on this one. No mistakes. Put the ball in the hands of the big backs. Let them drive it down there a little bit.
So Mendenfield under center, 2 backs in the backfield. The ball goes right up the middle. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to let that clock run some. Like you said, though, that Morrow does have those 2 timeouts. We're under a minute now.
Second and 10 for the Bulldogs. Morrow calls a timeout. We'll be back in just a moment here on the GHSA.TV network. Welcome back to Reid Stadium. The score, 9-0. Bulldogs up over the Morrow Mustangs. Bulldogs with the ball inside their 5-yard line. Second and 10.
Less than a minute to play in this game, and hopefully Rockdale will nail in their first win of the season. Got the officials coming over talking to Coach Elder and to the coach over at Morrow. Not really sure what that discussion would be about. Neither coach looks very happy, though. Yeah, they're adding some time to the play clock.
Just got a score update from Gainesville. Heritage is trailing 28-0. So adding 25 seconds makes it 1:16 left here in the game.
You know, when I was we were talking about that during the timeout. I said they waited a long time to call that timeout. I was wondering why they did. Maybe they called it and they just didn't get relayed to the proper channels and all. That's 25 seconds. That's quite a bit of time.
9-0, the Bulldogs up. Inside their own 5-yard line. Minifield under center, 2 in the backfield with him. Arranging his backs, everything's square. Run goes right up the middle and stopped at the line of scrimmage, so that'll make it 3rd and 10.
They've got the clock still running. They've got one more timeout according to the scoreboard here. Let's see if Morrow takes it now. So it'd be 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs. They're huddling up, figuring out what they're going to do right now.
Minifield running the call in now.
They're going to have to hurry up. They're going to get themselves a little penalty here. But then again, if they're killing time on the clock right now, who really cares?
Less than 20 seconds left in the game. And there's the flag. So 17.9 seconds left. Bulldogs up 9-0. Get moved half the distance to the goal. So we set back 18 inches, and it's still 3rd and 10.5.
3rd and 18 inches. 10 and 18, right?
There's that quick punt, quick kick.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
They did that twice last week, and they were pretty successful with it. We discussed it at our middle school practice a little bit about putting it in, and we were thinking about doing
Clock
it.
still running, 5. There we go. The official stopped the ball, stopped the clock. So with 4.2 seconds left, it's 9-0 Bulldogs up over the Morrow Mustangs. Next week, I travel to Lovejoy. The machine does not get delivered.
No, the machine will stay at home on the road trips that long.
Be down at Lovejoy at 12 Oaks Stadium for next week's game between the Bulldogs and Lovejoy.
Unfortunately, I don't get off practice at the middle school until a little bit later, so I can't always make those long road trips. I'm going to make the Newton County ones, though, for you.
Hurd out of shotgun.
I think.
2 wideouts to his right, looking deep.
Heaves it up there, and it's out of bounds.
Thrown out of bounds. So the Bulldogs move to 1-4 for this 9-0 win over the Morrow Mustangs.
But it is their first region victory, and that's important.
Their first region victory. It's first win of the season, and it was a great game in terms of showing the development over the last several weeks. I know the machine usually has something he wants to say to close us out.
Well, you know, I'm happy with the way they played. I'm glad that Zuri got back in there as the quarterback. He put a lot of faith in the freshmen again. A lot of freshmen are playing on this team. They are a young team. I'll emphasize that again and again. But I'm happy to see them. It looks like they're starting to gel. The offense has made too many mistakes that kept marching them backwards every time they gained some yardage. So they've got to work on the mistakes. It's the mental mistakes. But then again, they didn't have their starting center in there, Tyler Seabrook. They didn't have a starting running back in there, DJ Artister. So they had a lot of subs in there. But they still came out with a victory of 9-0. That's a good job. The kids should feel good about themselves. They can celebrate a little bit tonight and then get ready for Lovejoy next week.
Excellent. Well, for Fred the Machine Avery, I'm Tom White. I will see you Thursday night with the Bulldog Football Show with Coach Elder. Until then, have a great day and enjoy the rest of your week.